Hi, I want to share with you something that I've been thinking about the last couple days. I had two things happen recently that kind of got me thinking, and it's really on my heart to share. I feel like somebody needs to hear this. And so, um, first thing was, some of you know we've been in Nova Scotia over March break, or that we were in Nova Scotia, and we just recently drove back on Monday. And when I was driving through Edmundston, New Brunswick, I was almost in a car accident. I was driving and this one car was coming, merged onto the highway really fast, and I was in the far left lane and they merged right into my lane, almost hit us. Like, I laid on the horn, I pulled out of my lane a little bit onto the shoulder to avoid this car that was going so fast. And luckily nothing bad happened. There was no contact and I went on my merry way. That was the first thing. Second thing was driving through Montreal. It was really snowing and the roads were messy, slushy, and my windshield wiper on the driver's side was not working very well. And so sometimes I'd had to lean to the side to get a good view of what was happening or what I could see. And, made it through Montreal, felt really stressed out because of the driving. And if you've driven through Montreal before, you know the lanes are narrow, there's no shoulder, and cars drive really fast, kind of crazy. And so anyway, made it through Montreal, and I was just thinking, wow, like, whew, I'm glad that's over. And then I thought, you know what, I can focus on what could have happened or focus on the stress. So that accident that didn't happen, I could have really dwelt on that. I could have really focused on, what could have happened. And driving through Montreal, I could have really focused on how stressful that was. But I've kind of flipped it, and I was like, man, I'm really proud of myself. Today I dodged an accident and also made it through some really stressful moments. And so that's what I was thinking. I was like, you know what? It's all in our perspective. It's how we choose to look at things that are happening in our life. We can either focus on the drama, focus on the negative, or we can flip it and see the positive. And so I was like, I'm really proud of myself for driving through crazy Montreal. And also that in regards to this coronavirus and being quarantined into our homes, I was like, you know what? When we have a problem in our life, it's like right in our face. If we choose to look at this problem, it blocks our view. It can seem huge. It can seem insurmountable. But really, one day we're going to look back at this time. So it's been, a small window of time. And in the span of our life, when we look back, we're going to be like, oh, that coronavirus thing, that was really only a small chunk of our time. But in the moment, it seems like it's everything. In the moment, it seems so huge. But I just want to encourage you that depends on what you focus on. You can be real proud of yourself for making it through this and focus on the positive. So we're always going to have struggles in our life. We're always going to have things that can cause us stress. But if we don't focus on the problem, don't focus on what could have happened or what might happen, but come at it from an empowering standpoint, an empowering perspective, you can be proud of yourself for making it through challenging things. And so, yeah, I just want to encourage you in this moment, in this time, in this stage of life. One day this will all be done, and we'll look back and we'll be like, man, I'm really proud of myself for making it through that. It's not always easy in the middle of the storm, but one day we'll be able to look back and it'll just be a piece in the puzzle.